This will be the last session for a while. I'm gonna do my best here. We're gonna try to capture as many apples as we can. Our goal is anything like 5.5 apples would be just awesome. That's what we want to capture. We have an abundance of 8 apples, an allotment. Uh, that's how much we can possibly lose today. We're trading live. Um, this is 3/6/24, starting at 808 Mafia, and everything's set up. Okay. All right. Let's hop to the higher time frame charts. Um, yeah, I'm ready for a pullback here on the daily. It's gone up, yes, but this thing is bearish. It was hugely bearish, and the comeback bar prevention on the weekly chart should start right around here. Should start around 200. So that's really important. Um, Usually there's some supply there. Sorry, at 200. So 200 is a good area. I'm just gonna put a dashed line there. Dashed means there's something other than a proximal line or a distal line. It's just, or a zone. It's just holds other importance, and that's what that means. Um, Other than that, it's still bullish until then. Um, However, I wouldn't be surprised if it can pull back right now. You know, it's not. It's gone up. It's ready to come down, but it usually has to find somewhere a patch of sellers, and maybe this is some type of trend line down. I don't know, but I'm just saying. Um, Definitely possible. Um, yeah. So we'll see. Let's take a look at gold. Gold seems to have rallied. It has not broke that high yet. I reckon it will. I reckon it will break that high. Even that is the all-time high. Yeah, essentially the all-time high. Look, it has a possibility to do that. It's just, is it gonna have enough testosterone to pass the high? That's basically it. Um, and I don't know. I'm sure there's gonna be a way to get involved going upwards on this. But I'm just not sure. I'm just not sure. I'm just not sure if I'm gonna be able to do it. Uh, this is bullish. There's no doubt. It's bullish. I would like to see it go up. So you can take this holding split. That's what it's going right now. This holding split is working. I'm gonna leave it be just like I'm leaving NQ or NQB a little bit. Just, I do think it's possible to go up here. Flip around on this bar. Look at this. It's a bullish continuation pattern. It's coming back. This is not bearish yet. This is still bullish. This is a demand open. You could call this demand open in trend. I might do that honestly because that's what it looks like to me. And I would ask for a 2-to-1. I'd ask for a 2-to-1 on this. Even though it is probably less likely to do that, but is it 66% less likely? You know, I don't know. I don't know. I kind of want to do that, but it's not specific to me. I'm gonna let it chill. I do want to short that, but, or sorry, long that, but because this high has been tested once, twice. Now it's trying to get there again. It's just can't get above it. 148.2. What's this high? 148.2. Yeah, so this is... I'm much more bullish on this idea here. For sure. For sure. On NQ, I'm kind of bearish until break the morning until the open. So I might consider anti-breakouts here. But that's kind of risky. I have no need to do that. Alright. So it did end up going 1-1. That's cool. This thing coming up. Okay, let's look at the higher time frame chart for crude oil here. Weekly chart. I mean, it's been just a little bit depressed volatility. But there's plenty of room in there. Plenty of games being played. This is bullish. That's what this is. This is rather bullish all the way up to 85s. So on the higher time frame, I'd choose to get in long. On the day, it's up good 1.7%. Broken this high, so it's likely to hit some supply here. I reckon right there. 240 minute. All right. So I'm probably it's probably expected to get some type of pullback, and this is let's try to look where it's gonna be. There's a good area right here. There's also an area right here. However, it's not particularly good. It isn't. It just isn't. I mean, here it's much better up there. But I don't like how it's been tested 3 times already. I would expect some retracement after this high is broken, this high, and I thought we saw that. Yeah, it did retrace. It retraced all the way down to here. On that 15-minute, comes down, and then rallies again. So what does that look like on the 240-minute chart? It looks like went up above that, and then down to there. What about the daily chart? Daily chart from here to there. So I wouldn't necessarily expect a retracement. I wouldn't just assume retracement's there. This is still bullish. In fact, I'd rather be long. Obviously, as it's going up, but I'd rather be in long somehow. Granted, it's not really giving me any option to go long. Let's go back to gold. So it's rallying up a little bit. It's trying. It's still really risky. I don't know what's gonna happen with that. NQ coming down a little bit. So gold, I'm interested in taking longs here. That's just a bummer. It's from here, this holding level, base drop, this holding level against this breakout. And this hasn't even broken out up yet. This is breakout, this is demand, then this is supply. So green, red, and that's likely where it's going to battle between at this point. And we'll see which one breaks, and that's going to decide the direction. If it breaks out to the upside, I would assume that it'll break this high. I'll break this high too. So my target can just be beyond that. But that's an all-time high. I believe so. Oh, it's very, very close to an all-time high. I would suggest that. that that's what's going to happen. But right now, here's the breakout. Here's the breakout. Now it's meeting supply. It should push it down. It should push it down a little bit. I would assume it pushes down a little bit and then gives us another bar. Maybe we can take a holding level creation out of here to the bull side. But it's probably more likely to go down because it has room to go down, and if it were to go down, it doesn't stop the possibility of it going all the way up. You know, going down, you can still go up because this is bullish pretty much all throughout here. So it's just a matter of when. So this is a lot more bullish than I had thought. So this breakout really did work. This supply did not work. As it's ripping up even more. This looks good. This looks good for the bulls. I'm interested in... Look, you have to be able to take the trade if you're going to take it. If it's going to come down here, what are you going to do? Are you taking the trade or not is the question. And I'm just not 100% confident in it breaking higher. It's just not. On the daily, yes, it looks good, but I'm not certain. I'm just not certain. I can take my chances. I can take my chances. So I think the chances is all that we can hope for. Even though I'm somewhat, it's probably not going to work. I can go for a further target. So I don't risk as much. So MGC long, this is a holding split. 1 is the width. That's 3 contracts at 145.4. 145.4. 145.4. There you go. And my stop loss would be at this low, which is 144.4. Cool. And that is if it comes back down for me to get me in, then I'd be bullish, and my target would be beyond. You know, I never really know if I'm gonna have a far target or not. So now it's hitting some selling. I'm gonna stay on this picture. I like to see what gold's gonna do. I like to see this. We'll see. I feel like it can just fall away. Anything's possible. That's fine. I'm only risking 1.2 apples if it gets involved here. If I get involved. That's 3 contracts, yeah. Oops. Yep. That's pretty much correct. Yeah, I mean, so number 970. Yeah, you could take breakouts. No, you can do anything you want. I'm gonna be buying down there if it gets down there. I feel like it's not gonna get there, but yeah, I feel like I don't like it now because it would retrace so much to get down. On the 15-minute, it would have to go all the way to the low of the current bar. It's just that's now bearish, so I'm not sure about that. Well, this thing's breaking out, and I think I'm just gonna decide to watch this thing break out until I know what's going on. This thing I think is gonna sink, but whatever, I don't know. I'm gonna wait till 8:30 since there's no exact setup on either side. This thing can probably continue up. Gold. Yeah, man. I'm gonna wait on gold. Crude oil. Rather bullish. It continued upwards. These are continuation bars. Anytime that this happens, it's just buying and then some target taking, buying, some target taking. These are likely to continue upwards. And I do appreciate this split in another world, and more like a year from now, or a year before, I was probably taking every single one of these shorts, but especially this line, just because it's going up. And I don't do it. I'm not as inclined to do that anymore. I would take one of these. This is the stronger one. This is just not that good because the distal line is not closest to the leg in, it's close to the leg out. I don't like that. And that's all on the 5 minute. This is continuation pattern. Ooh, I would be willing to take anti-breakout. If this one wants to go down, I would probably take an anti-breakout on it. Oh, it's kind of risky still, so that's why I'm gonna go for like a 2-to-1 here. This is an anti-breakout. 0.11, 2-to-1. That's 4 contracts at this low. I don't like how it lines up with that previous low, but man, that is what it is. I don't care. This low is 58. 4 contracts at 58. Sometimes you gotta take the trades, man. You gotta just take the trades. It doesn't matter. You just gotta be able to take them. 79.48 is my stop loss. Perfect. Okay. So this thing looks like it's gonna break lower, and it looks like a continuation. It looks like the bears are getting involved here, but sometimes, if it's an uptrend, they want those bears to get tricked into the market, and then the bulls basically squash them. And that's what I would be predicting. I'd be a bull, even though this is up a great amount. Look, I would never be doing longs in the past, but today I am, because a trend is a trend, man. Trend is a trend. Here we go. Oh no. 59. Low is 59. It has not broken yet. I need to see it break here. Need to see it break for me to be able to be involved. Looks like it can though. So 970, zone number 970. It's a 3 minute, and remember that 15-minute time frame is like this. Showing a comeback bar prevention. I think we could get one more tick. I think we can get one more tick. Protecting free space like no other. Holy crap, that's a 3 for sure. For sure. Oh, I'm hoping we can get involved here. I have my entry at the proximal line. Sure. I'm hoping for that. Going for a 2-to-1, I'm only risking 1.3 apples. That's really good. In fact, I could hold for a 2-to-1. I could hold for a 3-to-1 if I wanted to. I don't know if I get involved here. We'll see. Let's go back to gold. I wanted to check the status of things. As it just now breaks the high, it's probably a good idea, better idea to go long. It's in these highs. There's definitely some bets, some algos, some bets that had at least their first target at the breach of this high, which is why the algo, or which is why the bar just pulled back here right at the breach of that high, because there's a lot of selling. There's a lot of orders that people have on highs and lows. I know because I have orders on highs and lows. And this high was exactly matched with this previous high yesterday. So it's pretty much literally the exact price. So that's probably why there's a lot of discrepancies going on. All right, we're in on crude oil. That's what it looks like. This is what it looks like on the 5-minute. I don't like it because it's the previous bar. That's the only thing, because I'm not a previous high broken. Oh, now it's demand. I'm not that kind of trader. It is an anti-breakout though, so it just happens to be lined up with that previous high. Just happens to be. Anyways, I'm taking a picture now. Remember, this is an uptrend. I need a bigger time frame picture, like a, let's say, 60-minute chart, because that'll show us where we are in the bigger picture. Look, and it's coming down here, and we're trying to catch this thing and come back to highs. And that's where the trend is. If it breaks, it breaks. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Let's look at how much. $40 we're risking. Not the biggest deal in the world. $40. Is that right? Yep, $40. 40 divided by 25. That's 1.6 apples. Lovely. I'm going for a 2-to-1, which would be 79.81, which is $92. $92. Yep. 3.7 would be reward. Let's just let the thing play out. Let's go back to gold. I do think that there's something happening. We can do something in gold. I think there's something to be done. I'm just looking for an opportunity. I could have taken that breakout to the upside here, which is probably the best trade of the day if this continues up. But I don't know. I don't know if I would have gotten out by now. So I would still be long. I'd probably be long until the breach of this high way out here, which is likely where most people would want to get out. I would assume, as this thing rallies. Boom, 8:30 open here. I'm not looking at NASDAQ right now. I'm kind of interested in gold. I do think that there's something happening here with this high. We're going to be... I guess I'm bullish. I just have to be. I mean, look at it. It's toe tapping all-time highs. It wants to get ahead of it. I think this is a magnet for price at this point. I think it's gonna really I think there's a lot of bets about this all-time high, and we'll see. Yeah, look at that. So it's bullish, man. Find a way to get in and stop thinking about it, essentially. That's essentially what we need to talk about. And just find a way to get in. Let's let this 15-minute go down a little bit. If this thing wants to break lower, you could... Oh, never mind. There it goes. There it goes. At this point, bye. This is not a time to retrace. I would be very wary of taking any shorts at this point. This is in its bubbling stage. Like water that's boiling, it's just bubbling up. And here's their trace. Wow. I would be impressed if this thing heads down. I would be very impressed. If it heads down, wow. You're crazy, bro. That's just wild if that happens. Oh my goodness, it might do it. It might go bearish. I don't know. I don't want to be a spectator. I want to have an idea of what my mission is. Mission readiness. Okay, so it did break higher. Wow, it went 1.25 to 1 here. And remember, keep in mind, when did I enter this trade? It was about 828. 970. Yeah, I took plenty of pictures. It was a 3-minute anti-breakout. Alpha swing is up. Swing is up. Recent is down. In trend, protecting free space of 3. It was an anti-breakout of the 3-minute 2-bar bubbling base. What was it? Is that it? 2-bar bubbling base. Yeah. Is that it? More like an HLC. But I'll say 2-bar bubbling base, protecting extreme. Yeah, whatever. Protecting extreme. Protecting extreme, end of trend. There you go. There you go. Well, now it's gone 1.5 to 1 with a pivot in the zone of 75%. At this point, I'm most assuredly doing a pivot in the zone stop loss. So let's move our stop up to 79.50. Just lock in less loss. I'm not a break-even type of guy. The chart doesn't give a shit about your account, in my opinion. The stop should be based on the chart. It should never be based on your account. The chart is the leader. Your account is the follower. The account says, "Oh, I got in here though. This is where I should get out because it's less money to me." Well, the chart didn't turn there, dude. The chart turned here. That's where you put your stop, in my opinion. And I always have a stop loss. Try to, at least. I've had very big behavioral issues in the past. But we've been all right recently. Oh my. It hit all-time high. Boom. Wow. Big time. There we go. This is the exhaustion that we needed. Now all the algos are flooding orders back and forth, I think, in my opinion, because even long-term algorithms, you know how Bitcoin hit all-time high and it dropped down right away. Why? Because there's selling there. Why? Because there's bets that say, I think it'll go break the all-time high before it goes to zero. And they bet on that. And whether that's their bet or zero is their bet or 15 or 10 grand is their bet as the floor, it doesn't matter. That all-time high is the freaking number. And that's why there's so much action at all-time highs. That's why there's so much games being played right when it touches an all-time high, especially one that's been held since a year ago, more than a year and 3 months ago. Is that right? No, it was December. It was December. I think, right? Yeah, it was December. So, 3 months ago. Definitely a big high. Now, I have no idea what's going to happen. I don't know. Should probably stay away. I'm just going to do what the market says. Now, I kind of like my position where I don't really know what's going to happen. Kind of dumb-ish. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. So now I get just let the market choose what it wants to do. This is bullish. This is bullish right now. For a bounce, but it's very risky. I'm going to do confirmation trades, something like a holding level creation, something like a breakout, something that I don't get involved before the market does what I want. So I'm basically buying stop market orders if it goes up. Short sell stops if it goes down. Let's just wait until this goes. This has got another 2 minutes to print. I'm going to let that chill out. Now it's finally time to go to NQ. So NQ on the 240 minute chart. 60. Let's go to 60. You can see that huge valley here coming up right to the top and dropping down. It's still bullish in my book. It could probably go up more. And it's coming into a split here. This is where demand is. At least overnight it was. This is all overnight action. Overnight it was. I have to go to the .D chart just to see in general how big of a gap this is on the day. That overnight session pushed this thing so much higher, and this might want to take a run for it to get back to a gap, because most gaps are filled, but this is a lengthy gap, so it might trap some people. Oh, it's gonna fill gap. So I like that, because there's a lot of short sellers then, and the more short sellers there are, the more fuel it is to go up for the bulls. So this is an interesting predicament. It's too high of a gap, so I would think it goes up. That's my opinion. I think it would go up a little bit more before it goes down. This is not just because it hits the top, that's why it sells. I think this is just a normal 830 swing. I'm bullish. Bullish on this thing. Ah, crude oil's falling, huh? It got really close to my target, really close. Now it's falling away here. My target was a 2-to-1. It wasn't that bad. It wasn't that big of a deal. So I think it was reasonable to set a 2-to-1. Like, what more can you ask for? Things go freaking 9-to-1 on me. I'm asking for a 2-to-1. I'm pretty happy with that. This is a holding split up here. This is probably going to have some short sellers up here. I would assume so. There's some short selling in this split. It doesn't line up with that 5-minute split though, which is the brother, and I like the brothers to be the same. So I can't in good faith take that short on that 3-minute. But I can take the 5-minute. I can take that 5-minute. It's not really holding split though. There it goes. So here's the short selling here. Here's the shorts. This is where I'd be short. I'm not right now, but I'd be short right now. Let's see what happens. I'm just playing the my assumptions in the market, just seeing seeing if my assumptions would become true. The crude oil has turned all the way around. Big turnaround here. That is real highly unfortunate. Highly unfortunate. I mean, I was right here at 1.75 to 1. That is so unfortunate. Holy crap. That sucks, man. That sucks. But it's alright. Let's take a look at NQ. So NQ looks like it's coming down. NQ looks like it's coming down. I don't know if it'll be an anti-breakout or not. This is exactly where the anti-breakouts happen. That's an issue. In fact, I will do that. This would be the anti-breakout. I'm sorry to say, but I have to be able to take that. That's what it looks like to me. That's what it looks like to me. And I just go for a 1-to-1. Maybe I'll go for a 2-to-1 just cause I'm going for a 2-to-1. Still, I mean, that's 2 contracts. That's fine with me. 2 contracts at this low. 49.8. 49.8. That's 2 contracts at 49.8. 2 contracts. My stop loss would be 47.4. 47.4. There you go. Yeah, this crude oil looks like it's gonna stop out, unfortunately. We did the best that we could ever do. It went 1.75 to 1, and my target was at a 2-to-1. Bro, what do you expect? Can't do much about that. This is bullish. Here it goes. This changes plans here. Then I'm gonna cancel my gold order. Cancel my gold order. This is bullish. This changes plans here a little bit. I could do an anti-holding setup. This would be an anti-holding setup. I can't take these yet. Because they're not. There you go. That's an anti-holding setup. Fuck yeah. That's awesome. I love to see that. I'm taking an image of this just because this is what I'm going to add to my trade plan as one of my setups. A fucking anti-holding setup. That is money. That is money, bro. I love that. So my stop loss would be here. My 1-to-1 target would be breach of that high. Because in normal days, I would go short here. And this is essentially an anti-breakout, but it's an anti-holding setup. This is a demand open going short. And it's kind of working here, but most of the time, it seems like these pop. These just break. They're not that profitable. So that's what I'm asking the market to do here. So I'm going to leave that be. Let's go to NQ. NQ's rallied. It's rallied. So it's past the 3-minute and it landed in the 5-minute split. Which is cool because I wanted that 5-minute split to work. At this point, it's bullish though. If it wants to continue up, it absolutely can. I don't know if this is going to be the low here to rally. It can be. Do you want to take breakouts? It just depends on how confident I am going up. I'd probably take a breakout. I would rather take a holding level creation. In fact, I'm going to wait on that because this is already swung up and down. I'd take holding level creation on this. This will still be distal line anyways. It's just further confirmation. That's all. It's just even more safer. Just waiting to get there. So now it's breaking the high. That's good. Now all this bar has to do is print green. And then I'd be in bullish. Which is going to print now. Here we go. So this 5-minute, this 3-minute, this is bullish, man. This is really, really, really bullish. I'm going to wait. I probably shouldn't have waited. I probably just should have taken breakout, but I'm going to wait a little bit. Let's see if we can get in here. It's bullish. I want to see it rally up to here. I want to see it rally up to 140s. I think it can go all the way to 200. But I don't know if I'm going to get out there. I'd probably get out at 145, which is still a huge target because my risk will be small in general. You can probably take this holding split at this point. This is fine to take. So here we go. MNQ long, holding split 13.75. I'm going for 33.83. That's one contract at 98.50. One contract at 98.50. I can't believe crude oil has come back. I can tell you right now that I cannot believe crude oil has come back. My low here would be 86, 85.75. Come on. Come on, quickly now. 85.75. There you go. We got one. 85.75. How much money? Gosh. Happened so freaking quick, dude. Gosh, man. That's so quick. I had a hard time keeping up with that trade. 971. Either way, it already lost. That's fine. It already lost. I'm gonna delete that shit. Get it off my screen. No losers on my screen. I only want to see good. That ain't life, bro. Holding split. It was protecting free space of 1, recency of 1, 2, magnitude of 1, 2, X score of what? X score was 1.25. Alpha swing is absolutely up. Swing itself is up. Recent is up. Actually, swing is technically down. Recent is up. And I was trying to get in trend here. Trying to get in trend. Yeah. Anyways, it went 0 NA. I lost 1.1 apples. Fuck yeah, I lost 1.1. It's actually true. That's awesome to see that, because I had a little bit more risk. I doubled contracts, and I'm like, oh shoot, I had too many contracts online. That's not good. Gold, bro. Telling you, that would have worked so well. Look at that. Take a picture. That freaking works. It's a means of getting in long in a safe way. It really is. Very safe way. That is bullish as absolutely can possibly be. Holy crap. No, there's nothing that I can do about this. Go long? If it shows formation to go long, yeah. Then I would do that. If it shows something that I can do. Right now, it happens. If there's not many bars that print, I'm not going to be able to get in. Crude oil, it has come all the way back towards my target. I really hope. How did this not break my low here? 51. This low. 51. Bro, it literally couldn't. It went all the way down to my stop loss right there. Twice. I tell you what, things can happen in your favor sometimes. That's crazy. That is crazy. Wow. My target's just beyond that. I love to see it. Love to see that. Let's take a look at NQ. There could be anti-breakouts going upwards. If this thing wants to go upwards, it wants to tempt people to go short. It's probably going to want... it's probably going to warrant a break of a low. So the bulls have to sacrifice some type of low to get some shorts involved. If they want fuel to the fire, it's just which low are you going to pick? 1, 2, 3. There's plenty of lows here. Could pick them all. That would be a hell of a turnaround. That would be one hell of a turnaround. We'll see. I'm just waiting for the market to do, to show me what it wants to do, essentially. It could continue low. That was actually now to come to think about it, that seems like a good trade just to go short there. Just because we don't really know how far it's going to go. We were pretty confident that this low was going to break, though. So that's a fine breakout to take, at least for a 1-to-1, which is already hitting. Boom. 1-to-1 hit, you know. So that's not a bad trade to do, come to think about it. Gold, huge retracement here. What? That's way more of a retracement than I thought. This is bullish. Wow. That's interesting. I'm still waiting. I'm not going to buy the breakout on the high. I can't do that. It's too big of a candle anyways. The wick is not... The wick... Anytime a wick is that large, it shows actually more bears at the top than bulls. So I'm not particularly interested. Right now would be an area to go long currently, because I think there's buyers up in here, all around here. But if that breaks down, it's definitely changes things, and which it did. So at this point, there's probably sellers. Gosh, you could take comeback bar prevention if you wanted to. I think I'm going to, because it's just reasonable to take. I just don't like how it's such a wide zone here. I don't like that. And it's end of trend. I don't really like that either. I don't know. I think it'll work for a 1-to-1 for sure. I think it'll work. It's happening way too fast, isn't it? No, I could probably still get in. I'm going for a 1-to-1 here. That's 6 contracts at 54.9. 6 contracts at 54.9. That's not much risk. Not much of a zone. High is 55.9. That means 56 flat is my stop loss. If it gets up there, I don't think it will. It's got to do it now if it's going to go there. It's already gone down to a 1-to-1 again. So yeah, we're going to cancel that order. I don't like it. Man, I'm really excited. I really want crude oil to freaking stop. Not stop, target hit. That's what I want to see. All right. This is a comeback bar prevention here. I would absolutely take longs here. Buy. Buy, 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 buy. Buy, 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 buy. Buy, 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 buy. Buy, buy, buy. 6 contracts now. I'm in long 6. Where's my stop? Take a picture. I'm in long 6 for a 1-to-1. This stop loss is here. This low is 51.4. 51.3 is my stop loss. I'm risking $88. That's 88 divided by 25 is 3.5 risk on this. 3.5 risk. What's my reward? I'm asking for a 1-to-1. My reward would be this first blue line, 154.3. 154.3. Which is $92. This is a classic comeback bar prevention in trend. I'll describe it. 3.7 is my profit on the trade if I were to get there. Remember, this is MGC long. It is happening right now. 854, 972. I love to see it. I just love to see things happen the way I thought it would happen. However, be careful. Don't seek validation from the market. I understand that. Trades can work. Trades cannot work. I'm just excited to keep trading. That's what I like to do. So I know I see this. First blue line is my target. Super quick. So X score of 3. This is a really wide candle. So it's a 15-minute comeback bar prevention in trend, protecting free space of 3. Alpha swing is up. Recent is up. Swing is up. Recent is up. What else? Oh, X score of 3. Targets hit. Targets hit. Great target. I think crude oil just hit too. Great. Huge payday. Payday on both trades there. Awesome. Awesome trade. Very good. I want to see how far it did end up going. And it's still continuing. It could break the high if it wants to. Whatever. But I do want to see how far it went. It's gone 2-to-1. So I got out at 1-to-1. And I was nervous. But it's got 2-to-1 here. I want to see the low. So where did that fall in there? So I barely met entry. That is 0% pivot in the zone. Barely met entry on that. And it worked really well. I reckon because it's the X score of 3, it got condensed so bad. I'll show the picture. The price got, look at this. The price got so condensed that saying, oh, this is such a seller heavy wick. The sellers are going to pile in here. Right when the sellers pile in, they see this wick. Oh, it's going down. It's going down. That's when they buy. That's precisely when they buy. When they, whatever. Notorious they. I don't know who's they. I'm just saying that likely it's going to pop. And likely there's going to be some type of bounce here protecting that from turning red. I've seen this trade happen so many times, and I just now started implementing it in trend. In trend is working fabulously because in trend, obviously this thing's been going up. This is in trend comeback bar prevention. Love to see it. I don't want to see this one. Cool. Cool. And why did we single that? We singled that. Holy shit. Really? Did we just... We're up 6.3 apples. Is that right? Hold up. 6.3 times 25. Yeah, we're up 6.3 apples. Holy shit. You're up. That's awesome. We had a 2-to-1 and a 1-to-1. Oh, we singled the trade. Single because I was confident and excited about taking this setup because it was in trend and protecting free space of 3, and it was a monster. Monsters. Let's take a look at crude oil, see how far this thing has gone. Remember, we got in at here. We got in here for an anti-breakout coming up. We're 2.25 to 1. That's solid. And still counting. At this moment, we have no trades on. We're going to continue. Let's go to NQ. We haven't touched NQ yet. We didn't know how far this was going to go. So it would have been a good idea to go short here. Maybe just trail stop, but I was just not sure. This thing is making a comeback to fill that gap. As you can see, that gap's here. It's trying to, and I think this is where this is pivotal time moments where if the bulls are going to upset these bears of these gap fill bears, the gap fill people that's trying to fill this gap, like most gaps fill. Look at this gap. I mean, this one, it started up here and it continued down until it filled gap and then went up. That's basic. That's normal. So I think that's reveals an opportunity to upset what's normal. And I've always been part of the upset team. I love upsets. Love it. Love to see them. So I would be more on the bull side of things. If we can, if I see bulls make an advance at this, I'm willing to jump in with them to breach this high, and this would be the checkered flag up here, essentially. Break that high. So ooh, let's see this come down. This is getting intense now. This is really bearish. There's 9 o'clock. There's something happening here. There's something freaking, some announcement that just happened. There's certainly some announcement that just happened. I would probably take this little ass zone right here. Little A zone. This is a holding zone. I would definitely take half size on this one. But if it comes down to there, I'm in long. And as we speak, it's going up here. Doesn't mean it will continue. 33A3. Half size, that's one contract at this low. Right here. Wow. Holy bears, bro. Wow. So at this point, this is a comeback bar prevention. I'm not taking that, and I don't think it's gonna work this time. I don't think it's gonna work. Oh, there it goes. Oh my gosh, there it goes. Still, I wouldn't get out. I wouldn't be able to get out probably until the middle of the bar. I don't think it's gonna work. I think it's gonna fold over. Wow, and it would have worked. I can't believe that. That went so close to it. I'm bullish on this thing, man, but we'll see. We'll see. If this thing wants to push down and continue, I'm willing to be catching it here, knowing that my hand's just going to get sliced open if it gets down there. I know it can slice through it. 97.75 is my entry. 97.75. But if it doesn't, the slim chance that it doesn't, it'd be good. 90 flat is my stop loss. This is catching a knife here for sure. In fact, I'd like to do confirmation somehow, but it's not how I usually operate. I'd put this as roomy. I would give it a roomy trade of 88 then. I'm fine with that. 88 flat. Gives me a little bit more room. I like that. Roomy trade. For sure. For sure. Just a little bit roomy. We've got a full hour of trading left. And here is the pivotal point. We're up 6 apples. That means 6 plus 8. I don't know what that means. 14, I think. 14 apples worth of risk. This means you can have single trades. You can have double trades. This is where we get the exponential growth on the day. And I haven't thus far been able to mentally do that. Because as I make profit, I want to preserve that profit, but that's actually the opposite of what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to use house money to our advantage during the day. Now, use this house money, and that's how you get the exponential return. That's what we need to do. So technically, I should have a single risk on this. I should be risking, 2 apples instead of 1 on this trade. Because then if we do get the rip all the way up here, we have the biggest freaking payday you'd ever see if it gets all the way up there. That's likely. It's just likely not going to happen. So that's why I'm just not interested in it. Either way, I think just work with what you've got. And right now, I'm not going to be able to, I'm not risking 2 apples on this zone. It's so small. I'm not risking 1 apple. Or sorry, 2 apples. I'm risking 1. There we go. We've met entry. Take a picture. Take a picture. We've met entry. We're in long now. We're holding this thing for a long time if we can get in. So there is no getting out. There is no getting out. So except my stop loss. So let's take a image of the 15-minute. This thing is falling dramatically. I'd be surprised. Look, I took the long because it's an opportunity. It is a zone, but I wouldn't be surprised if it breaks right away. And that's the reason I take 1 apple on the trade, because, bro, it could easily snap. There's demand right underneath. It's barely having any free space at all. Anything's possible here. I'm not certainly impressed at this zone already. But nonetheless, it goes 1-to-1 here with a 100% pivot in this zone. I'm moving my stop to this low now. 90 flat. 90 flat. I repeat, 90 flat. My risk is $16 now. It just 0.6 apples. Piz, 0.6 apples. And it's gone. And it's gone. And it's gone. It's gone. I lost 0.6 apples on that trade. That's why we don't risk so much. That's precisely why. I don't care at all. I don't care at all, man. I had the opportunity to trade it. Took the trade. And I was happy with it. And I knew what I was getting myself into. So that's why I have such small risk. Now, other trades today, I might be risking more. I might try to stretch myself a little bit. And try to actually get this thing rolling. It's a holding level low, protecting free space of 1, recency of 4.3, magnitude of 4.5, maybe more like 5.4, X score of 10. Alpha swing is up. Swing is down. Recent is down. What else? Oh, OE of 3 for sure. OE of 3. This thing's fallen. This thing filled freaking gap, dude. I seriously think it's filled gap here. 973. Did we close out? Yeah, we closed out. That was a 5-minute, correct? Correct. But man, Oh, narrow. Definitely a narrow zone. If not micro. If not micro. Yeah. Look at this thing fall. I think it filled gap. I think it freaking filled gap. Now the buyers are going to be involved. If there's anything that I can possibly do right now is buy. Can I please buy? Remember, I would be taking buys without measuring right now in my previous days. I would just buy. It doesn't matter. I'm buying. But right now we have to find a way to get in long using one of our setups. It did fill gap. I can't believe it. That was a monster gap. They got their payday, bro. These gap fillers, short sellers, they got their freaking payday today. That's just a huge gap. Wow. And here's that retracement. Now it's coming back here. You know, NQ kind of took all my attention away from anything else. I'm going to let it chill a little bit right now. I'm going to let it mature. Let's take a look at gold. What? What the fuck, dude? Gold went way lower. This thing fell out of bed, bro. What? I don't know why I'm surprised, but this shit happens all the time. But, bro, it hits all-time highs. It breaks out of all-time highs. And then it just sinks big time. Coming to these distal lines. What the hell, dude? We got to close this 15-minute trade. This was a 15-minute comeback bar prevention. Let's see. Yeah, that's how far it went. That's how far it went. So let's close that one. And that was zone number 972. I don't know why. I'm surprised. I should stop being surprised. Zone number, so that one's closed at 2-1. It went 2-1. We got out at 1-1, thankfully. Zone number 970 should be closed too, isn't it? The crude oil long. Never mind, this crude oil long still running. I'm out of the trade. I just continually track it. That's 2.75. I just always track trades until they're done or the end of the day. This thing's continuing. I would go short here, actually. If I look at it right, this is where my line is drawn. Here, up here is a good area to go short, in my opinion. This is a holding split. I would consider that for a short. I don't know if it'll work or not, so I'd do a very large risk reward here. Once again, a small one. Small half size. That's 3 contracts at 80 flat. 3 contracts at 80 flat. 3 contracts at 80 flat. My stop loss would be at 80.09. 80.10 is my stop. Yep, there we go. So, ooh, if it gets there. I don't know if it'll get there. It might have just turned. I'd hold this thing for a long time. And it might have just turned one tick before it. Might have just turned. Bro, GC is just wild. What the hell? What in the world? Seriously, what in the world? What's above this? Ooh. Wow, okay. Alright. Alright. Buy the dip. Buy the dip. Buying dips. Buying dips. Buy this dip. Buy this dip. I need to look at a daily chart. Okay. The daily chart looks expansively down. It has reached that low automatically, right? 42.5. What's this low? 63. Where's 42.5? Where's daily low? Here's the daily low. Okay. So it's only reached entry. It hasn't actually turned red yet. How upset city would that be if it goes long? $145. It could do it again. It could literally go up again. I don't know. I don't know. We gotta do with what we see. That's what we have to do. Alright. Alright. Crude oil did not get to my entry. It came so close and then turned around. So I'm going to cancel that. It taken one tick away from my entry. That's unfortunate, but who gives a shit, really? Whatever, man. No harm, no foul. It happens all the time. Happens all the time. Today it came one tick away from my stop. Not once, but twice, and went up and hit my target. So these things happen for you just as much as against you, in my opinion. This was the split I was talking about up here. That's where I was trying to get short. It still can. It still can, no doubt, it still can. I'm just not fully convinced about it, that's all. If there's any way to get in short, I'd be in. I could take breakout short, yeah. Even though this has been a losing battle this entire trend, yeah. And literally jump in front of a bus, pretty much. Sure, I'll do that. I'll only do it if I get a huge risk reward out of it. If I do it. So that's what I'm doing. 0.06. 5 contracts? Holy shit, that's a lot. 83. We can load up 5 contracts at 83. If it wants to go down. That's a lot of contracts, bro. Just saying, that's a lot of contracts. Likely not going to work anyways, but if this thing does aggressively push lower, we're in with a large sum of contracts. Large sum. Alright, well this changes things. My risk is different now. Alright, here we go. $9.74. 3 minute. Did we get in? We did get in. Oh shoot, where's my stop loss? Come on, go quicker. My stop loss is at the high, 92, 92, 92, 92. Come on, come on. $35 I'm risking. Gotta go quicker than that, bro. You have to go quicker than that. Yes, sir. 1.4 is risk. I understand. I understand. I'm good with it. I understand, sir. Oh, half? Um, trade was not the same. I'm risking 1.4 apples. Here we go. It did actually end up closing bearish, which is so awesome to see. So awesome to see, because that's exactly what we want. However, it is what it is. We don't know if it'll work or not. I'm just saying. Alpha swing is up. Swing is up. Recent is down. This is absolutely counter trend, and I have that marked. Protecting free space of one end of trend. This is counter trend to say the least of it. It's counter trend to say the least. My high is 92. My stop loss should still be at 92. We have 5 contracts, which is actually a very large number of contracts. So if this thing were to, like, let's say drop, I'm holding on to this thing. I'd be holding on for a long time. I'd be holding on perhaps down here. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. This thing is likely to get stopped out. Much more likely to get stopped out, which is why we're risking not as many apples on it. It's just NQ. So it did really substantially bounce. Substantially bounced now at this point. Substantial. It filled gap and rallied. Man, I don't know. I do not know. I suppose that I'm bullish to the break of this. I suppose so. I really do. I suppose so. Even though I don't know. I suppose that I'm bullish at the break of this. So I want to break this zone essentially. That'd be my target area above there. You can take breakouts. That's too wide of a candle right now. Let's take a look at gold. See what's happened. So gold rally up. I'm gonna have to look at the daily chart of gold just to get a bigger picture. Daily, so all-time high break. It's profit taking candle, protecting a shit ton of free space underneath. I wouldn't be surprised if we can see some large candle down, but that wouldn't be today. That'd be tomorrow, next week, whatever. No, it'd be the end of this week. I reckon this would want to stay green. So 42 is probably my wall, which it did come down to and said, nope, we're going green. All right, so now we see some lower volatility. Right now, at this point, we need to take basically every barrier there is. Like right now, it's in bullish momentum. It's in bull territory. I think that would be the case. I would take that, actually. Yeah, I'd take that. Anti-breakout? I would take that. I would take that. If this thing turns red, yeah, I would. I wouldn't be ashamed of taking that. I wouldn't be ashamed. That is so risky. That's just not normal. So anytime I get to start to be like doing things that just are so kind of unorthodox, it's just not a good spot. We're thinking too hard about it, and we don't want to do that. Thinking too hard in trading always seems to make a mistake. We want to be simple. I do think this is going to go lower. So if it does go lower, that anti-breakout... Look, I see it again. I see it again. This is no longer unorthodox. Because I see it again. I just don't like how these lows have already been there. But whatever. I'm taking long. Anti-breakout 1.6. I'm going a 2-to-1 target. That's 2 contracts at this low. If it happens, it's got 369,258, 147. So it's got 45 seconds to go short, to go negative. It's likely not going to happen. Oh, never mind. 2 contracts at 48.4. 2 contracts at 48.4. Yeah, likely not going to happen. I'm just exiting then. Yeah, no trade. No trade. It's got 20 seconds. I kind of want it to not be a trade because I'm not sure about it. And it's not a trade. It ran away. Okay. It's fine with me. I didn't even place the order. Okay, we're alright. On the hook right now, we've got 1.4 apples. Crude oil short. That's on the hook. Oh, we can have a stop at pivot in the zone. I'm fine with that. 90, that means 91 is my stop loss now. 30 bucks. Fuck yeah, I saved $5. I'm fine with that. 1.2 is my pivot in the zone here. Piz 1.2 apples. I'm risking at this point. At this point, this is so close to my entry. We really need this thing to exaggerately go short. Exaggerated. This thing needs to fall now. That's what needs to happen. Okay. Yeah, right now we've still got, so we got 1.2 apples on the hook here. It's at 1-to-1 here. We're asking for much further. We're asking for past a 3-to-1. We're asking basically that this is the high for a while here. So unlikely. I don't know why I'm getting excited about it. It's so unlikely. But whatever, we're in, bro. We're a bear. We're playing the game. We're a bear. I'm on the Bears team. NQ, I'm not sure. I'm still indecisive on that. It's just nothing's clear in anything like that. Trends continue. Whenever I have like just, I don't know, bro. Just trends continue. That means bearish. That means bearish because this is a big trend down. This is a big move down. That's solid. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it goes down. All right, here we go. Gold is coming down here. I like this anti-breakout. It's already happened though, hasn't it? I like to see this. I like to see it. I don't know, bro. This is unorthodox, and I don't like that. I'd like to see it go up again. I'm going to leave it be. Because this 3-minute bar just got up to this high, which is that 15-minute high. That demand open on the 15-minute. Which held sellers. I don't know why it didn't even take that. That's obviously holding sellers up there. This is the zone. I had this eyeballed for a long time, actually. I probably wouldn't have gotten filled, but still, that's clearly holding sellers in my book. 15-minute high, 5-minute, and then the 3-minute I think is protecting it. Yep, 3 minutes great too. Just sank out of that. That's fine. If it breaks that, it's more bullish. This is one of those times where you could probably have taken that anti-breakout and go long. I don't know. It's still. I don't know. crude oil, man. Crude oil is going. It's actually going. I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. That was one of those trades. I'm like, bro, this ain't gonna frickin' work, but whatever. I'm gonna still send it. It's going. It's going great. 1.75. It's a sleeper. We sleeping on him. 3 to 1 is when I can move my stop to 1 to 1. So just right now I'm waiting. And this is the promised land right here. That's the promised land of when I can take profit manually, which is way far away. That's a 5, maybe 6 to 1. So whatever. So we got a lot of time. I think I'm bullish on this thing for sure now. I just think that this 15-minute bar, this high, has been tested. I remember it's condensed. Making this low, it's all the way condensed, is about to flip over, and it got rejected as a comeback bar prevention, just completely rejected. And now it's getting rejected again. I just think that there's probably pressure there. I think there's pressure there, and the market likes to push on that pressure point. And then they're selling right above it. So I would get out at the breach of here, this dashed line right there, or that gray line. So is there any way to get in long? Let's see. Not particularly at the moment. I'm looking for breakouts on the next candle, which is 30 seconds away. I'm looking for some little bit retracement down and then go up. That would be the idea in general. Gold. Fuck no, I have no idea, bro. It's a no for me, dog. I have no idea. I'd be bullish if it looks bearish, because right now I think the daily chart just wants to stay green. That's all it cares about. Just stay green. Just keep it green. So if it goes down, I'd go up on it. If it goes up, I'd probably go short on it. I think it's probably going to close around where it is now. And that's a long ways away. Right now it's bearish. It looks bearish. So I don't know. Do you want to be bearish with them or whatever? I'm staying out. But that is bearish, bro. That is freaking sell zone city. Sell zone city. Do you want to take shorts? Not really. I don't really want to take shorts. And crude oil just gets stopped out right there. Oh my gosh, did it ever. Holy crap, bro. Definitely got stopped out. 1.75 it went. Closing that trade. I lost negative 1.2 apples on that. Negative 1.2. So we're down to 4.5 apples on the day. It's alright. We're trying to get better. Zone number 974 can be closed. $974. Yeah, that's a bummer, dude. Tell you what, this anti-breakout from the morning would have fucking worked like crazy. Man, look at that go. And it's still in that 15-minute split. I'm on the bearish side of things. I really am. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I'd buy this breakout for sure. Going for a 1-to-1 here. Come on. 1-to-1 20. 22.75. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. MNQ long. Breakout 22.75. I'd be in long for a 1-to-1. Half size. That's no half size. One contract at this high. One contract at this high. 22.25. 22.25. That's one contract. We'd only be risking 1.8 apples on it. Look, it's a bit of a 50-50. It's really a bit of a 50-50. I'm not certain. I was just thinking that it can go to that pressure. So that's all I'm saying. Here we go. That's that picture. And there it goes. And I'm in two. I'm doubled up. I'm doubled up. Why? I think I just gotta push into my pressure of not knowing. 800.25 is my stop loss. 800.25. That's $92 risk here. 92 divided by 25. Remember, that's 3.7 apples I'm risking. That's a big, big trade. Huge trade. We have taken a picture. This is zone number 975. Let's go to the let's take a image of the 15 maybe. That's kind of why I'm looking at it. Because if that 15-minute, I don't know. I think it can be bullish. I don't know. Look, I'm only asking for a 1-to-1. Come on. Stop begging the market, bro. Excuse me? You should never put any power into the market's hands. Aye, sir. I understand that. Yes, sir. I just thought it looked bullish, and I went in long for a breakout up. Yes, sir. That's all I care about. I don't care what the market does. Yes, sir. 46.75 is my target. 46.75. Holy crap, it's getting there already? Bro, what? $94 is my target. 94 divided by 25. Oops. 94 divided by 25. 3.8 apples is my target. Love to see it. Hopefully it gets there. Remember, when did we place this trade? 933. It was a minute ago. 9751. This was a... I can feel my ego getting lifted already from winning a trade. That shit's not okay. That shit is not okay. Marine, excuse me? You don't get validation from the market, bro. You are just playing the game. This is a breakout 2-bar bubbling base. Alpha swing is up, swing is down, recent is up. I'm in line with the recent. It's not quite end of trend because I'm in line with alpha swing. What else was there? Long wick? No, not quite. Not quite. Targets hit. Targets hit. 1-to-1 is hit with a 25% pivot in the zone. 3.8 apples positive. We're up 8.3 apples on the day. That's fantastic. Now is when the time comes where you've got to start risking more. Gotta start risking more. Was half size. Then at entry, I longed, or I doubled to single. Single because because it's a good trade, and I only had apprehension about it because I was up money today and wanted to preserve it. I said to roll into my kind of fears, discomfort. That's it. So that's gone 1-to-1 here. Let's go back to gold. I haven't traded. Oh, I did trade gold for comeback bar prevention, but I've been tracking gold. I'm just not sure. I want to long it. I don't know why I want to long it. I don't know why I want to long it. It's looking down, bro. It looks like it's going down. Oh, we got 20 minutes left. This is when the time comes where If you see a good trade, you're going to have to put some more money on it and risk what you have made today. That's tough. That's just tough to do. But that's how you get some crazy freaking days. And I have yet to have a crazy day. Because I have yet to do that. That's precisely why. Still, I'm going to wait on gold. I still don't know what's going to happen here. I think it's got to be based on that big chart. Daily, 240-minute chart. It's a complete doji. I don't think it knows what it wants to do. That's why I'm saying anti-breakouts is the way to go. Anytime it breaks a low, buy it. Anytime it breaks a high, short it. I'm not sure. Ooh, that is bullish. That's a breakout. That's bullish, bro. Fuck. I'm gonna wait on it. Sorry. I just can't. I'm just not decisive enough about it. Interesting. Very interesting. So it went up pretty good. Let's see how far it would have gone. Anti-breakout, really? If that happens. Wow. Wow. So this trade's coming against me. I barely got out of this thing. Holy. I'm very, very happy about that. And my whole plan was to break this. And it, truth be told, it worked. My whole plan was to break this high, and it did not. So I'm saying, like, the zone worked that I thought would fail. So this wasn't particularly skill, I suppose. Then again, I'm downplaying myself. I do think it's... Oh, man. It's coming right into demand, bro. I would be leery about that for sure if it wants to go up. Yeah, I'd do an anti-breakout there for 1-to-1. If this thing wants to fall, fuck yeah. There we go. MNQ long anti-breakout. 14.25. I would go for a 1-to-1 here. More like a 2-to-1. Single. 3 contracts at this low. I'm in 3 contracts at 23.50. 3 contracts at 23.50. This is where it comes down to it. 23.50. Come on. If it wants to go lower, I just don't like the idea of a 2-to-1 here. Let's do 4 contracts for a 1-to-1. I'm down with that. That's what I'm doing. I don't know why. I just rather do a 1-to-1 here. It might not even happen. This thing has to break the low to get me involved. This right here, and it's in. It's in. We're in. Stop loss. Do we have a stop loss set? No, we don't. Stop loss needs to be at 009.5. Come on. 009.5. I'm risking $112. What's my target? My target is at this high. 36.50. 36.50. 36.50 is 104. 104. So 112 for 104. 112 for 104. Come on. 112 for 104. That's 4.5 apples for 104 is 104 divided by 25 is about 4.2 apples. We're going for a 1-to-1. Why single? Single because we have more money during this day. And also because I'm going for a 1R, which has inherent higher probabilities attached to it. 942, we entered 976. This is an anti-breakout of the classic kind, which is a term I just made up. Oh my gosh, so close to target. Darn it. Oh man. Oh, I gotta stop. I gotta get my stop involved at the pivot in the zone. Yeah, I'm fine with that. 16.25 is my stop loss. 16.25. I don't care. That's what I'm supposed to do. $58 we're risking now. 58 divided by 25. That's 2.3 apples risk in the pivot in the zone. Piz 2.3. Piz 2.3. Oh man, so close, bro. Wildly close. That's counted as a 1-to-1 in my ledger, but it did not get me out by a tick or two. A high 36, 1.5, I think 1.5. So that's 6 ticks. Doesn't look like 6 ticks to be honest, but that's what it is. This was a 3-minute anti-breakout. It was a 2-bar bubbling, protecting free space of 1 on the 3-minute. 2-bar bubbling, protecting free space of 1, end of trend. Yep, end of trend. In this example, it wasn't end of trend. This was a anti-breakout, 3-minute anti-breakout. Alpha swing is up. This is going to be confusing. The swing is down. More like the swing is up. So the swing is up. And then the recent is down. Recent is down. I'm still in the trade now. I hope it gets there. Hope is a interesting predicament. That was 50%. 50% pivot in the zone here. Oh my gosh, it's turning around again. This is unbearable, mate. It's unbearable. It's unbearable, mate. Come on, mate. It's unbearable. You're right there. I just wanted just a little tick above it. It's not a problem. Come on. Come on, mate. You got it. Mate, I know you have it in you. That's good. That's it, mate. You got it. Almost there, mate. Come on. Come on. Just a little bit more, mate. Just a little push. Just flex your muscles a little bit. Is right there. Come on. I am really messing with the market favor spirits at that point in time, which is never a good thing either. 1.25 target hit, so 1.25. This is one of those, again, it could freaking keep on going up. One of those, oh, I got out at a 1-to-1, just like yesterday, just like the day before. Got out at a 1-to-1, shit goes 7-to-1. Shit goes 7-to-1, bro. I'm going to take a picture because it's recent. That sets us at really good day today. That sets us at 12.5 apples in the lead. This is a high scoring day for me, no doubt. And because of that, I want to be like, oh, preserve profits, but this is the time you freaking stretch yourself out here, and you can accomplish some serious feats with only 8 apples worth of risk at the beginning of the day. Crude oil, bro. What on earth? Crazy. You can take comeback bar if you wanted to. Let's see if there's supply. Yeah, that's good. Actually, that's not a bad area to take comeback bar. Let's do that. I'm sorry to say, I mean, it is risky, but it's also, bro, like, that's a solid area to do that. Why I would go short is because wait. Is because this 5-minute chart looks like, okay, if this were to turn red, that is looking really, 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 really bearish. I just don't know where my target would be. 2-to-1, 1-to-1. There's just demand freaking everywhere, bro. There's demand everywhere. It's just risky to take shorts because there's just demand everywhere. There's like mines everywhere you step going short. So I'd just go for a 1-to-1. And the problem with a 1-to-1 is I know I have to risk more, and I don't want to risk more. Going for a 3-to-1, I only risk an apple or two. Going 1-to-1, bro, I have to risk, 2 apples here. So I'm doing 6. This low at 20 flat. 20 flat. I know that I have to go single. This sucks, but whatever. CL short. All right, 1 full contract at 20 going short. 1 full contract at 20 going short. Might not happen. 1 full contract at 20 going short. 1 full contract 20 going short. If it does that, I don't think it will. It's got to fold red. It's got to fold red now. This is a really good picture if it wants to turn red. It's got 20 seconds to do that. Otherwise, I'm out. I'm just cutting out order. No harm, no foul. Yeah, that's not a trade anymore. Cancel. Cancel order. Okay. So this thing is really interesting. I'm trying to get a hold of it, It's coming up to this line in the sand, and I don't usually play with lines in the sand like this. So I'm going to let other people deal with that. Let's go back to our gold. I still want to still thinking of doing something with gold. Okay, so this would be long city. Long city. Long fricking city, boys. I don't know how I would get in long. Either anti-breakout or breakout on this time frame. Might have to wait until 10. Remember, we got 9 minutes left. Oops. I don't know, bro. I don't know. Holy shit, NQ. Oh my gosh. See, it is one of those times, huh? I'd be in short here if I can. Is there any other way I can get in short? No, there isn't. There is nothing that I can do about this. It is a holding zone. You could count that as a holding zone. But I'd rather take this comeback bar prevention. I don't... Yeah, that's already gone. Fine, bro. Fine. It's fine. It's okay, bro. It's okay. This has gone 4.25 to 1. Yep, it's one of those tries. It got out at 1-1 and went 4.25. I had no means of. I was unsure if it would even get to my 1-1, bro. I need some foresight, some forward-thinking abilities. I reckon this has to come down. Has to. But you know what? If it does form some type of holding level creation going upside, I'd be interested. I'd be interested. I'd be in short big time, bro. This would be my zone. Right there. Obviously, you can say that after the fact, but this is truly what I would do. It's because this is outside a local distal line. It's protecting free space of 1. It's low. Magnitude is high. That's fine. Recency's low. This is good. I don't know for a 1-1 or 2-1, but that's the bounce right there. Now what is gonna happen here? All right, here we go. So this has the opportunity to go short here. As a breakout short. Really? Am I gonna do that? Nope. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just not sure about that happening. Even though that's where the supply is. That is where the supply is. That's where the supply is. I have to. I have to, man. I have to. Sorry. I have to. That's where the supply is. I'm going for a 1-1. That's 7 contracts at this low. 7 contracts at this low. 66.75. I got eerie feelings. 66.75. 7 contracts. 66.75. My stop loss would be at this high. 74.5 is my stop loss. 74.5. My target would be right away. So let's let this thing happen. If not. And it doesn't look like it's going to. Okay. Cancel order. Didn't break out lower. It's still bullish. Still bullish. But I'd still have to short that. It would still work. It would still work, bro. Sorry to say, man. 6 contracts at this low, and it would still work at this low, 66.75. 66.75. My stop loss would be at this high, which is 76.50. 76.50. Remember to place your target right away for a 1-1. This is a scalp. This should be a scalp. It should happen very quickly. 58 flat is my target. Let's see if this happens. This is a 3-minute bar. 58 flat should be my target. Let's see if it happens. Let's see if it breaks out. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It's fine. It's got 30 seconds to do so. Otherwise, I'm canceling my order. 20 seconds. It has to show red. At the first sign of red, I'm in short. It's got 4 seconds. I'm out. I'm out of here. And it prints green. Okay. Let's look at the 5-minute. Let's look at the 15-minute. Yeah, that's a continuation then. Okay. Well, I'm kind of happy it didn't happen because I didn't want to lose. That is not the right attitude you need. You need to be bold. You need to be fearless. You need to trade and continue trading. Dependent Doesn't matter if you've lost or won. Big size. There is this comeback bar prevention. There's this comeback bar here. I'm almost interested in that, dude. I'm interested in that. I'm interested. 1-to-1 here. How much? 7. That's 6 contracts at this low. 6 contracts at 68.75. 68.75. 6 contracts. There we go. There we go. We haven't been entered yet, but we're asking for a 1-to-1 here. My stop loss would be at this high. Here we go. I took a picture. 76.50 is my stop loss. Ooh, it didn't happen yet. Didn't happen yet. High 76.50. It's just, this is getting down to the wire. 76.50. And it doesn't. It says no, I'm not going lower. Wow. Wow. And that's it. That's it for the session.
Pile of freaking ashes.
Down, 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 down. All right, so that is it. That's all she wrote. That's all she wrote for the session and the day. I might be. I don't know what I'm gonna do in the afternoon. I might. We'll see. All right, deuces.